She's essentially rescued by Aiden, and he takes her to a safe place and explains to her what the situation is. And the situation is that yes, she's an author. Yes, what she's writing, she thinks is fake. But what she's actually done is she's predicted the actions, movements, and developments of some of the most dangerous spy organizations in the world. And she's put these predictions in her books. And she's so accurate that multiple spy agencies are after her because of what she predicted. So she is in grave danger. And the only person who can save her and protect her is Aiden. Sam is so honest, so incredibly honest. It's almost like he's incapable of faking it. And he's kind of rebellious. And so he brings that sense of sort of like, I may or may not do this exactly as planned, because if there is an instinct, I will act on it. And it's very exciting to watch that. And it's very exciting to get to work with someone like that. With the cast in general, starting with Sam, obviously, and then Henry, and then, Catherine O'Hara, and Bryan Cranston, and Samuel L. Jackson, and, Ariana DeBose, and it's just, the list goes on and on and on. And it is because working with Matthew Vaughn is a privilege. It's a rare opportunity for an actor. It's a kind of level of craft that doesn't exist in every movie, in every project. And so getting to be a part of something like this, getting to be part of the troupe of actors, the ensemble that is Argylle, is amazing.
Bryce and I are totally opposites, but we really got along, and she's incredible. She's incredibly savvy technically, because she is also a director. Yeah, she and I really worked well together. Catherine O'Hara is like, and Sam Jackson they're like American treasures, And then Bryan Cranston is amazing and hilarious. Dua Lipa, the sweetest girl, great dancer. Apparently she's a huge rock star, and I knew nothing about this. And I saw her on some billboards, and I was like, oh, she's famous and she's really nice. It's amazing. And then Ariana DeBose. Ariana DeBose is in the movie. It's like, this cast is insane. It's insane, this cast. It was Matthew's cat. So, Matthew would get in there, if Chip wasn't doing what he wanted, and his eyes weren't looking, where he'd be like, Matthew would get in there and wrangle Chip and be like, Chip, 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 Chip. Come on. Look this way, look this way.
Matthew's approach to storytelling is unique in the sense that he's coming up with his own ideas. It's going to be fun, that much. It's going to be slightly mad, because that's who Matthew is. And it's going to be bold. And I think as a fan of storytelling and movies and being an actor myself, that's what I want to see. Being able to play directly to camera in a comedic way is fun. It definitely changes the approach. But I knew coming into the role that this was going to be lots of fun and just having a go on the day and taking big swings. Matthew's eye for detail is extraordinary. From the very beginning, he had a vision for this movie, and just something as simple as a flat top and a high-collared green velvet jacket. It's a particular look, and that was just my character. And then to be able to blend that with everything else and create such a synergistic, charming look for a movie is not easy. It's no mean feat. And it's a pleasure to see it all come together as well. Especially there's some scenes where I was involved in some scenes. I didn't realize the color palette and the pattern of the movie. And when I saw it all in one place, it does look extraordinary.
I think sidekick is a great word, and I don't take that in a negative connotation. I think Wyatt has a very unique set of skills, and he's kind of a jack of all trades. I would almost say a master of all trades, but just doesn't have Argylle. For lack of a better term, Argylle is undefinably it. And I think Wyatt has technical prowess, he has weapons prowess, he has military background, he's very intelligent, he's very cool under pressure. But he belongs supporting Argylle, and they make a great team, and I think they understand their existence extremely well. For me, there's something exciting about letting makeup artists, hairstylists, and costume and wardrobe do what they do and do it the best they can, and then give me the look. This is something I would never wear, ever. And neither would I wear Chuck Taylors and combats and a bright Hawaiian shirt. But when I put it on, I can then develop Wyatt. I think the script does a wonderful job of defining characters and then sending you to the flip side of a universe that is unexpected, and then giving you a set of unexpected heroes as an outcome. And with that, the action never stops. Like, the script reads as nonstop.
When I first read Argylle, I thought, so audacious, so daring, so fun, so adventurous. And knowing him from the Kingsman movies, I thought, oh, this would be a romp. And complex. And you don't always understand every turn that happens in a Matthew Vaughn movie from a script. You go, I think I sense what he means, but I'm not quite sure. And then when you see it, you go, oh my God, it's even beyond what you imagine. My character is just misunderstood. He's not as bad or as evil as people are talking about. My character is delicious and vengeful and kind in some ways, manipulative, powerful, intimidating, intriguing, and rewarding to play.
I had an opportunity to create another unique character, and Matthew's that guy. You know, he's trusting of me in a way that allows me to come and present something to him and said, okay, I want to look like this, I want to sound like this, I want to be this kind of guy, and I want to dress this way. And he trusts my instincts in terms of creating a character that's going to work inside of the kind of story he's going to tell. It's an interesting mix of romantic comedy, action adventure, and cloak and dagger.
Well, I love the Kingsman movies, and he really knows his action. And I thought, wow, I get to be in this? It's an action film. I just think it's a great script. It's a fully satisfying action movie, but also has a great sense of humor about itself. It's not taking itself seriously, and I respect that in a movie and in a person. I've never been on a big action movie before, and it's fun to see how it's done, and done so well. The stunt people are just incredibly talented and beautiful. The choreography of the fights, and yeah, really, it's fun to see up close.
I literally try and make movies as if I was watching them. I mean, I love escapism. I love blockbusters. I also feel every now and then I get blockbuster or franchise fatigue because they're making the same movie again and again and again. So I'd say what I like to do is take all the ingredients that we all know and we all love and turn it into a different type of cake. Everybody loves a secret. Everybody loves, spies they still have this weird sort of glamorous mystery, the mystique of what is, who is a spy, what do spies do. So I think people are attracted to it because I think, as I said, everybody loves a secret and wants to know a secret and sometimes even keep one. It's about a incredibly talented writer who does a lot of research into the world of espionage, and her research turns out to be better than what Langley could do with all their thousands of researchers. And so she inadvertently writes about a spy plot so dangerous that it had to be put under wraps quickly, so she got thrust into a spy world. But the world she wrote about was more influenced by directors like me, where it was a little bit heightened and full of glamour. And then she suddenly meets the real spies, and there's no glamour, it's not heightened, it's actually quite real. Sam is quite loose and loves improv, and is given a second, he'll start dancing on cue or not even on cue. And you've got Bryce, who's very methodical and practical and disciplined. That's what's interesting, putting two opposites and therefore the cliche opposites attract. The movie wouldn't be the movie without the two. They make this film. We meet her promoting her latest book, and then you'd imagine a woman with that much success would live this glamorous, big, fun lifestyle, but it turns out that her idea of a date and a good night out is actually a good night in with her cat and writing. So I think when we meet her, her whole life is about researching spies, writing the novels, and playing with her cat. Chip the cat is a family member, and I said he's going to come work with me for the next 3 months. And it was bizarre driving to work every day with a cat in the car, and the cat lived in my trailer with me. So I'm now more of he won me over. He was great in the movie. He's fun and he's sweet and gets and started to steal the scenes.
Don't get hurt.
Yes.
Really, we're making a movie and you think that, oh, it's a movie, no one gets hurt. It's like, no, you can. So it's all orchestrated, choreographed, and rehearsed, because when you can complete a fight sequence or an action sequence and no one got hurt, that's a huge victory. And I want that to happen. It really brings everything down if someone does get hurt, and especially if you are at fault. Because I hit someone in a fight sequence once when I was very young, actually slugged him in the face and knocked him down on the ground. And I started trembling because it was a violation, and something was going wrong, and I should have aborted and stopped the scene. I didn't. I tried to adjust in the scene when it was going off the rails, and I actually hit this man.
And it's,
And I would hit him again. No.
No, and that is the thing, acting is a contact sport, and there is an element of risk within that. And one of the things that drew me so much to working with Matthew Vaughn was, to understand how he creates the action set pieces that he does. It's remarkable. His ambition is through the roof, and his partnership with Brad Allen was so much a part of that. And very sadly, Brad was hugely involved in choreographing, everything for this movie, and then passed away right before filming started. And the movie is dedicated to him. And Matthew, I think, went and his team went above and beyond to do right by Brad. And so, yeah, just, when you read these action sequences on the page, you're like, how is this going to be done? And it's amazing when it actually happens.
The fun of it. And I think it'll translate very well because it's very physical and visual as opposed to talky. I think it'll play really well no matter what language you see it in. But it's nice to know that it's going to have that kind of expansive exposure.
I mean, one of the things that was so exciting about doing this movie was when we started, it was an independent movie, but during the filming, Matthew partnered with Apple. And it is thrilling to know the scope that Apple TV Plus has, that this movie is going to be able to be released in cinemas and then in 100 countries around the world. And it's like, just like what Brian said, it is such a fun ride. and it's something that you're going to want to experience with your friends and your family, and make a night of it, and make some popcorn and treats, and it's very exciting that this film will have a life beyond its theatrical run in a way that is incredibly meaningful and reaches even more people.
I think with these ones especially, it was just because it was something so new with the techniques used to shoot this. And so it was kind of just living through the experience and working out how we could to execute on the concept, really.
Yeah.
Which was the hardest bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that and just, you know, really trying to step up to do this very ambitious, especially the train fight, you know, very ambitious and wanting to come up to everyone's expectations of it.
I think it's just a fun movie. It's a fun movie, loads of twists and turns, which everyone will discover as they go on. Hopefully, by the time people are watching on streaming, there's still some surprise left. But it's just fun, regardless of where you're from in the world. This is a good time.
Their heads are going to explode. It's a roller coaster. They might need a diaper. I mean, it's going to be like crying, laughing, everything all at the same time. I really enjoyed working with Henry and especially the stunt guys and our dance team. That was really some of my favorite moments. The fact that you could work, you know, we'll say hard, challenging, and do difficult athletic work, and also be laughing at the same time, and kind of like, you know, I found it really enjoyable. And you know, Ash and Jenny and Damien were so they were so like, you can do this, you know, they were so encouraging, and you know, it's scary stuff, you know, dancing, and you feel vulnerable. You're trying to look cool, and it's you know, I'm long in the tooth for some of this stuff too.
Long in the tooth for everything.
Yeah, tell me about it. Hello.
Oof. He's surprisingly old.
He's like the opposite of an attorney. He's like the. He's like,
he does not look as old as he actually is. Matthew Vaughn. Yeah, it's very easy. And then hearing names like Sam Rockwell,
Henry Cavill.
I've actually been a fan of Sam's for a while, and to finally just get to be on set with someone like that and see that they are as magnificent and fun in person is everything that this job's all about.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Henry. I think I found him just really, really cool, really talented, and just, you know, I don't know, really charismatic and just very fun to be around, yeah. And he's got a really good work aesthetic, really, you know. His mom and dad did good.
So, physical performance, as with anything, I believe is all about preparation. When the cameras are on, there's so much that can go wrong if you're not prepared, including the health and safety of the people around you. So it's just practice. Anytime I've been in a piece of choreography, you just want to make sure you have it down.
Yeah.
And I think when you feel comfortable with the choreography and it's second nature and you're not thinking about the next move, that's when you can really embrace the physicality of it. And that's when it really jumps through the screen. So just my perspective only, but practice makes perfect on this one.
Yeah.
Like when you're driving a car.
Yeah, practice makes perfect, and don't hit anyone.
Oh gosh, I'm always asked, like, what do you want audiences to take away? I think we would just like you to be entertained.
Exactly.
I think the special thing about Argylle and the fact that it's going to be available in 100 countries is it has a universal language of physicality, physical storytelling. The sets are amazing, visually beautiful. Mm-hmm. Everyone around the world will be able to put together the pieces of this film due to the physical storytelling and the nature of that in Argylle. And that's why I truly feel it's a film that speaks to a global audience.
Mm-hmm. We want you to have a good time. It's about
around
joy
the world
and entertaining around the world. That's it. Oh, all of my memories from the set are my favorites.
I got to drink some great coffee. It was fantastic. I'm such a coffee guy, and I got to do it on screen and enjoy it on screen, and it was great.
You really did enjoy that coffee.
Yeah, it was good.
Wow.
It was good.
Matthew Vaughn.
Indeed. Secondly,
Yeah,
I
think
hate
you're
to give a short
huge
answer, but
Kingsman
yes.
fan, and
Matthew Vaughn.
I think he's got such an elegant way about his films, and to be a part of someone who builds entire worlds in the way that he does, I think it was just it's too good of an opportunity to pass up.
Yeah, and from a creative standpoint, when you get offered an opportunity, you always just want to make sure you don't necessarily control your destiny. You give of yourself, you give of your heart, and you leave it with whoever takes it into the edit bay. And when you hear Matthew Vaughn, you just know you're going to be in good hands because he just won't let something not be so bold and vibrant and demanding. And you know he'll make your performance, the heart and soul that you give, the best that it can be. For me, it's being an audience member, seeing it come together. We have this ensemble cast where you do your little piece, and we piece everything together in post. So, we saw each other occasionally, but we were both there for not a lot of time. For me, it was seeing the movie. It was going in theaters and seeing Argylle. And then for now to be able to be open to the world, I think that I have the same enjoyment.
Yeah, I can't add to that. That was it. Wow.
Well, as an actor, it's, back to the playground. Yeah. Me and my friends making up something and deciding, okay, you're going to be this, you're going to be that, and let's do it. And you get in there and you do as many things as you possibly can and have as much fun as you can have. And Matthew is a master of that.
That's very sweet of you to say. For me, I love action, but I also think I like action to be slightly, to be different, novel. Excuse the pun for this film. And I think action has to tell a story. And that's a lot of movies, they do action and it just gets fight, cut, and you're not seeing or understanding what it is. And a lot of it's because they can't do it. And so we talked earlier, I learned from Jackie Chan and how they did it. And, a great action sequence, you should be able to just put the camera here and the camera doesn't have to do anything because the actors or the stunt guys are doing it to perfection. I mean, I quite like the old, when John Wayne had a bar fight, it was sort of weird, but great.
Master.
Yeah.
Just master.
Yeah.
Okay,
but if you look at Errol Flynn, if you go back to those days, unbelievable what they were doing.
Of course.
And Buster Keaton, amazing. So I think it's capturing, action should be considered as important as the drama in the sense that if it's prepped right, we just have to capture it without having to hide it.
Yeah. A sense of, for me, immaculate storytelling, full of twists and turns. Just when you think you have it figured out, you don't. That's always a good thing, because I get 4 and 5, scenes ahead of a movie and and then I go, oh, what I thought was going to happen happened. And it doesn't make me feel smart. It just makes me feel like sometimes the movie people got a little lazy. And I don't think that's possible here. And it's visually stunning and fun, which is the most important part of it. Yeah. My favorite memory is I'm one of those actor people that when we did the final scene in the movie in the bookstore, when that was over, Matthew said, just take what you want.
It is true, and he did.
I got hats, I got shirts, it's like stuff.
I wasn't expecting the pickup truck to back in after that comment.
I'm that guy.